All right, so this your favorite nephew cousin. We got both lives going. All right, what's up, bro? Why is it doing all the extra shit that I don't want it to do right now? Okay, so this what we finna do. Yeah. So yeah, Tuesday Gems. And it's funny speaking of my videos, because this one, Tuesday Gems is the one. So I'm going live on both on YouTube and then TikTok, right? What's crazy? Yesterday, that video that I've been trying to upload since Friday has finally uploaded. So it's just that's why it's sporadically on there. You may not want to hear this, but it's like I don't even know if I still want to drop videos until I get my dang on hotspot back. But I'm gonna see. I mean, like I said, I've been thinking about getting a dang on Wi-Fi range extender, but we got the gas, we got the water. But I might have to jump into this message for real, for real, for real, for real, for real, for real, for real. All right. Everybody can't be a creator. I know we be seeing like hella content creators, but that's not everybody. It's like it's probably realistically, if we're looking at the whole adult population, it's probably going to I would say about 10 to 12% people want to be creators. And then I'll say I think it just depends because you got to think, bro. People don't do this shit every day, and then you see some people do it every day. So I want to say it's like 10 to 15% of the adult population that's trying to do it. I feel like hold on, what the fuck? Fuck is that? All right, my fault, my fault, my fault, my fault. Yeah, bro. I feel like what's up, everybody? But I feel like everybody can't be a creative. Everybody don't have the will, the know-how, and then especially the resources, and then how you know people be tight with their connections and shit. So like I say about 10 to 15 because I don't want to say 20% because I feel like that's kind of reaching. I feel like everybody, trying to get it whatsoever, trying to get it to be a creative or trying to get a foot in the door or something like that. I think people try it and then give it up, and then you know, like I said, everybody can be a creative. I think that's cool because I feel like it ain't for everybody, right? And then because when I look at it like this, and the reason it's like that because everything isn't for everybody. Number one, then number two, people will probably start it, yeah, and realize it's slow, and then they be like, nah, I just ain't, or they just probably can't get their hands on it, or can't get I guess the ball rolling how they want to, you know. So, but like I feel like everybody can't be a creative. I can't. I feel like it's probably fucked up to some people, but I feel like it's a good thing, bro. Cause I don't know. Have y'all noticed when shit get trendy, how cringy and corny this shit get like real fast? Like something could be a low key, let's just say gym, since it's Tuesday gym, right? And then it gets repetitive, and then it hits like kind of like I guess the mainstream or mostly everybody know it, and then it just dies out real fast because like everybody's on it. That's why I was like, man, oh yeah, I do got the banana pudding shake, bro. This shit is so good. God damn. Yeah, but like I say, everything. I don't. It's one of those things. I'm gonna keep it real, bro. I know my shit ain't for everybody, but I don't want to be like ultra famous, everybody. Now, if I'm holding myself back, then hey, I'm sorry, but it's like I don't need to be in everybody. Yeah, like for the ones who roll with me, got me a little clout, cool. Oh yeah, that's your favorite nephew cousin. Yeah, and it's cool, right? But I don't need everybody. As soon as I step out everywhere, paparazzi all on my cock, you know, being mad aggressive 4 in the morning. I don't need that shit. Camped out the crib, trying to get the latest scoop, bro. No, no. Everybody can't be a creative though. Some people got to support, right? And then some people ain't really willing to put in that work. I tell you one thing about your favorite nephew cousin. I've been trying to adapt. That's what I've been telling y'all. I've been trying to adapt all type of shit. Staying focused, staying locked in, passing, passing the buck on, giving this shit up, trying to do it this way, trying to do it that way, still maintain other life choices. You know what I'm saying? Sorry, it's like a hair right there. There, it's like tickling my nose and shit. But yeah, man. Everybody can't be a creative. You gotta think, man. This shit is most of the time, even when it comes to people being creatives or artists or whatever it is. Like I said, still a creative. A lot of them don't get their flowers like they should when they really like trying to do it. Eventually, they'll probably be so underground, and then people start to see ooh, like it'll be people like so underground or writers or be back up to somebody that's popping, and then like a few years later they started popping and shit. Like what was that recently? I was like, oh yeah, that makes sense. They was saying Finesse 2 times was writing for Moneybag Yo back in the day. You know what I'm saying? They was saying that like a couple years ago. And it's like it makes sense, it makes sense, but now he getting his shine. And I think it just take time, everybody can't be that creative though, but I am gonna spark up. Yup. Sure am. Sure am. Everybody can't be no creative. Cause a lot of times people got other goals than just being on this internet shit, right? People got other shit they dealing with, right? That, and it's probably more fun for them to watch anyway. So, hey, what bothered me, bro, is how crazed some of these fans be. Like as of recent, I've been seeing a lot of things go. But one thing I learned about a fan, boy, they look for every excuse not to fuck with your shit. Or every excuse for you, to fall off or, not reach their agenda. And then some of them be real deal true fans. No matter what you do, they rocking with it. Right? For the most part. And that's the lane I be wanting to, like I say, for the people that fuck with it, they fuck with it. You know what I'm saying? But to be a household name, I ain't even gonna lie. If I get that should be crazy. It's like, pay me. I think that's what it be. Shit, I'd rather pay me. Fuck, fame, yeah. But it's like I've been liked, I've been hated, spit on even. Right, but nigga, run the cash, goddamn. The cash, the currency, the dividends, goddamn. Like that fame shit. You know what I mean? Right. Yeah. Now, if I'm impacting people's lives for the better, telling them shit that they need to hear, not want to hear. Yeah, that's cool because I do that all the time, right? And it's probably helping some people. It's blessing some people, right? Hope it bless a lot of people. Because a lot of people ain't gonna tell you that this shit ain't easy. I'm not debating anything. Everybody can't be a creative, but I appreciate you, AI. Everybody can't be a creative. Some people have to support, and some people have to just sit there and why that shit happen because they have other shit going on. And it's like the ones that you think really do probably would be great creatives. Like I say, have other shit going on. Like, seems like why you, man? They have other shit going on. That's no debate. But that, and when it comes to like, being the creatives, what I noticed about that, you gotta build a thick skin of niggas stealing everything that you do or taking little pieces of your game and trying to make it work for them because everybody trying to make it. You gotta cut that shit out. Nope. See, everybody can't be a creative. Everybody can't do that. Cause niggas so emotional nowadays. The moment they hear they shit, they start dissing. And it's like if I was to tell you what I went through recently in the last few years, just with music, not this, of people stealing my shit, you be like, what? That didn't happen. Then when I show you the receipts, or you just be like, damn, they did. Wow, that did happen. But it's just one of those things I had to, as soon as I, not get mad, but understand that, hey, well, it's only a matter of time for it to work how I want it to work, but that's good. The more you know, and it's like, what? I was a part of that. That's how what I'm saying. I was a part of that. And people won't even, and I ain't even gonna name drop it, but once I found out that, I was like, oh, that's what I'm gonna get. Niggas won't know unless I tell y'all. And it's just like, well, it's only a matter of time. So I know if that happens for them, I know this shit. It gotta be something. It gotta be right around the corner. It gotta be shit. Matter of fact, fuck it. It might be on the way. That's why I feel like everybody, like I say, everybody can't be creative. And then what I noticed, the reason I know everybody can't be a creative because niggas don't hit the like button. That's for damn sure. So I know, what, and that's free. Yeah. Yeah, that's free. Niggas can't even. So why would everybody be a creative? Now somebody like, you know, I'm not saying we all can't create, but I'm saying like a successful or someone that really gets the ball rolling. But we can all try. But it, like I say, it ain't for everybody, and I think that's good. But I feel like slowly. That's what I say. Slowly, they be trying to paint that narrative that everybody can. It's like cool. They want your money, and that's cool. But don't think all this shit so simple. It be yeah. Just like y'all hear me over here, right? Think about that. You don't see me, but you hear me, right? Yeah, yeah. But I'm talking about it was so many times in my past, in my youth, right? Let me back up because I don't know if we spitting, right? And I'm talking about in my youth now, in my youth, seeing people, you know what I'm saying, steal from my pocket, my table, from what I was doing. I was like, oh, okay, oh, like I was telling y'all what was happening. Anyway, even I don't even count that as stealing, but I was noticing that things were happening around me, and I was like, wow, everybody really be stealing. Oh, you got your shit from somebody, right? Your persona or whoever, and then even if you trying to be yourself, somebody probably told you to be yourself because at one point you was probably trying to be like somebody else, or you probably just naturally came out the womb like that, and that's cool. I can relate, right? But y'all, everybody can't be a creative. Okay, appreciate that. All right, so like everybody can't be a creative. Everybody don't have it, or people had it, and then I think that's why I'm back on music. I was saying that last night. I was praying. I was like, man, thank God for still letting me have this hunger with this music thing because, like I was just telling you, I've seen some things, experienced some things, didn't feel some things, and I was just like, okay, whatever. I was like, whatever. They just need to understand that this talent, this music, you gotta keep it. You gotta, you know what I'm saying? You gotta keep it. You gotta, you know, be able to roll with it. It's not just gonna be this, right? I think that's what was a big thing. What's up with you? Um, yeah, I feel like it ain't just gonna be one thing. It ain't gonna be one sided. It ain't gonna be a wave. And a lot of people can't handle that either. Shit, I can barely handle that motherfucker. Like I can barely. I'm telling you, talking about the game. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? This life shit. You don't. If you steady trying to do the work, you don't know what's gonna happen, when it's gonna happen, but you trying to do something. That life be going in directions you gotta go. Right? What? Yeah, yeah. I think that's that balance that they be talking about, bro. Like, I'm telling you, like you know, may tell a joke, right? May tell a joke, but a lot of this shit ain't funny, but be having real life, just visions, goals, and aspirations, right? Just I'm talking about real deal. You don't know, and you don't know. That's why I feel like everybody can't be a creative. Everybody can't handle that shit. Everybody ain't got the same cards either. But I ain't even making up excuses. But I'm telling you, once yeah, man, yeah, like, I'm trying to hit one of these on the day. Yeah, yep, yep. Get all rolling so I can, you know. But yeah, this almost 20, so we probably gonna work on some more